and truth. Members of the clergy are not here because we're partisan, Democrat or Republican. We're not here because we are interested in media. We're here because we're interested in right and interested in justice and interested in this family. We are talking about a 19-year-old teenager who's now dead. A 19-year-old teenager who's now dead at the hands of police. A 19-year-old teenager shot in the back and killed by an officer with the Wilmington Police Department. This happened last month. And today, there are still questions. The videos that people were taken, they show the scenes. The 19-year-old Kadir, as he was shot, Kadir Skinner laid on the ground. And what it looks like from what has seen, this is why there must be transparency and truth. And this is why Attorney Daniels, Attorney Chance, as national civil rights lawyers, along with Ben Crump, are pushing in this area. And Skinner's family and many, many others. That is why I'm here today, even though I'm not in Delaware. But this is troubling for the whole country, literally the whole world. More and more people are crawling for truth and transparency in order to have trust.
Now, this is a video. This is a live that I'm sharing. It says, if you want to go look it up, it's Pastors to Speak Out on Kadir Skinner killing, right? It's from Roland Martin channel. However, where were these people? And am I wrong? Because it's very important to be able to read the room. You should be able to read the room and, not speak outside of what you're seeing. But I mean, I know I'm only seeing a partial of the picture. But where were these people? Democrats. You can tell that they're Democrats. Where were these Democrats who's supposed to be fighting for black people 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Now look, I know I'm only seeing part of the picture because they could be doing things behind the scenes, but good Lord, it is election time. They're trying with everything they have to get the black vote, and man, they are coming out in droves. What a shame. Look, these white people ain't just started killing us. The Democrats know that. And year after year after year after year after year after year, black people, for the most part, go in droves and vote for these people. And they says nothing. Now, once again, are they doing something behind closed doors that I don't see? But look, it's 2026, and these people been killing us since they've been here. Since white America been here, since white Europeans been here, and black people say nothing about it. Nothing. Now that we're in the social media era, and social media is speaking on certain things, not the news, not regular news. Nobody cares about regular mainstream news anymore. We're saying things through TikTok and YouTube and all those streaming, platforms and stuff like that. So we're our own news now, basically, is what I'm saying. So yeah, we're saying something now about it, and now this, with us saying something, is making these people, these I want to call them these leeches. The leeches, after the water rise, the leeches come, and then when the water goes back or reside or goes back, you see the leeches left behind. That's what they are. That's what I feel like they are, because I don't feel like the Democrat Party at all does any justice for my people. They really don't. So now all of these pastors and preachers and reverends and all those people are speaking out about black men being killed by white people. All of a sudden now, I'm confused. I don't know much about politics. I've been learning since last year about politics, and I want to really, really learn more about politics. But why now? Once again, am I reading the room correctly? Like, um, I see so many of them coming out now. I mean, they really pumping this thing. They really pumping this thing. Well, hell, I'm 56 years old. So you tell me that they're just now knowing that we've been being killed by these people, and the judges and the police forces and all those people have been getting away with it? Really? Now, I'm not taking up for what George Floyd was, but he was a black American man. And he was killed on TV. It was televised on TV. And all we got out of it was a Black Lives Matter. It was bullshit, because I'm like this. This is how I feel. Our people have already marched. All this marching shit, you can throw that marching shit away. It's a waste of time to be doing all this marching. Really, it's too hot to march. And then you're not willing to die for what you believe in. So march for what? I don't understand why the black leaders want you to continually march. These Democrat, Republican politician people want you to continually march when you've already marched. What are you going to do? Like, how, instead of them teaching us how to move the needle in other ways, like getting people that, is sensitive to our issues, to black issues, into, into politics, or doing things with our money. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. Look, people, throw that marching crap away. Like, I'm just for real, for real. Like, there are other ways for us to do this thing, and we are so behind the 8 ball right now. We got a lot of catching up to do, but marching is not one of them. Honey, it is too hot. I'm too old. My feet is tired, but I can protest with my dollar. I can protest with my platform. You see what I'm saying? There's other ways to protest other than, look, Democrats, you're a joke. I'm so sorry. Y'all are a joke. No disrespect. Y'all are a joke. No disrespect to the pastors, the preachers, or any. Y'all are a joke. You did nothing for black people. It was all for your people in your circle. And as long as you keep my people dumb and voting, that's all you want. Dumb and voting. And you're scared to speak up. You're cowards. Let's make this thing clear. Democrats, our Democratic politicians, our pastors, our black actors and black actresses, you all are cowards. That's just facts. As long as it's not your family, as long as it's not your circle, you did contracts with these people to become pastors or reverends or actors and actresses and lawyers and doctors and all that. But guess what? They give you a position, give you a platform, but guess what? You cannot speak for your people. Black people. White people that hold those same roles, politicians and pastors and this, that, and whatever, they will still run the chance and speak up for their people. But you're so scared because you sign all these old NDAs and non-disclosure and this, that, and the third, and they tell you that you can't speak out politically for your people. What a shame. Why even take the position if you can't help your people? Because you know why you take it? Because you don't give a damn about your people. It's all about you. That's what it's about. Now, here these pastors sitting here, you can even tell the way they're talking. They're carefully crafting their sentences and their words and being careful what they say. What a shame. What a shame. I would rather stay poor and able to fight for my people in some kind of way than to have the money and see my people going through what they're going through. These Democrats, Republicans, none of them have done anything for my people. But now here they go, want to speak out now. You think Kadir Skinner is the only black man been shot in his back and killed? Mark Bowser, whoever you are, and Dre Bland, And as we go along in this video, I'm only going to play a small amount of it. You can go look it up yourself and play it. But my goodness, everybody, where did these Democrats come from? I've never in my life seen. I'm not very smart when it comes to politics, but I am willing to learn, and I am trying to learn, and I am learning. But where was these people? Good Jesus, it's crazy to me. I don't understand. Maybe I'm not reading the room correctly. However, I'm gonna finish playing this video, and you let me know what you think.
What we have seen, videos shot by witnesses, is that this 19-year-old teenager, this 19-year-old baby, to me, I'm 63 years old, was alive while he was on the ground, handcuffed. And what it appears is that the officer did not care and provide immediately medical attention to this 19-year-old kid who was shot in the back. He was twisting and turning and wreathing of pain on the pavement. And rather than getting him medical relief, they wanted to handcuff him. They lifted him up to put him in a police cruiser, not in an ambulance, not with medical personnel. As people all around were saying, he's dying. He's dying. Watching the life go out of a 19-year-old who should have had tens and tens and tens of more years of his life with us. I've seen this before, and I conclude in a case down in Concord when I was much younger. And a kid that should have gotten treatment was thrown in the back of a police car and died. We, as brothers, as fathers, as men, as pastors, will not rest until there is full truth and full transparency. There cannot be trust. Pastor Bland and other ministers are on the front line, and he's going to take this press conference from here, call on other brothers of the clergy, and announce the things that are coming forward. If anyone thinks that there will be a backing away from this issue until there's truth and transparency, they must think again. These men of God and others, Christian and Jewish and others, are quite serious about truth and transparency in the case of this 19-year-old who is no longer with us, shot in the back by Wilmington police. Pastor Blaine.
Well, thank you so much, Bishop Barber. Certainly, we thank all of the media for joining us today. And I want to begin by saying that we are here as clergy from across the community, not as politicians, but as pastors, shepherds, religious leaders, servants who have been called to stand in the breach, to stand with those who mourn and to speak when justice is at stake. Today, we are here with the full intention of speaking on the behalf of Brother Kadir, Skinner's family. Before anything else, we have to begin by acknowledging the grief of parents. I've had sit in my office and grieve, and I've seen the tears shed as they are grieving killing of their 19-year-old son. An unimaginable thing for any parent is to have to bury their child. And so that's why we're here. This is not just simply a story or a statistic. These are real people. And we as a community are hurting, angry, confused, and really searching for answers. And so our purpose is straightforward. We believe that the community deserves truth. We believe that every single police-involved shooting deserves careful examination. And we believe that public trust can't exist without transparency, because we believe justice requires accountability. And so we're asking for several things. We're calling on Mayor Carney, the Mayor of Wilmington, and the City Council, the Wilmington Police Department to do several things. The first thing is we're asking for transparency. We believe that the public deserves a timely, complete, and accurate information. We call for the end of any false narratives. Many of the initial reports, the actual video evidence show something very different than what we were initially told in public statements. We believe that transparency builds the kind of public trust. There is public distrust of the Wilmington Police Department. And we believe that transparency is how that public trust is restored. We don't believe transparency is the enemy of law enforcement. We believe that it is required in order to do good law enforcement. So we're asking that our public officials will allow the investigation to proceed openly. We believe that families should not have to fight for basic information about what happened to somebody they loved, as happened for many weeks here in Wilmington. We are pushing not just for transparency, but we're pushing for accountability. We believe that, yes, we have to have that accountability. We believe that comes both civilly and criminally. We believe that.
Look, I've played enough of this video. I don't care to really play any more of it. If you want to hear the full video, go to Pastors to Speak Out on Kadir Skinner killing. Okay? On the Roland Martin show, Roland One playing it. Look, I really can't take any more of it, to be honest with you. It makes me sick on the stomach. I'm just being honest. They tell you to be politically correct, and don't this, that, and the third, don't talk negative. Look, let me be honest with you. We have some wimps for leaders as black people. They refuse to go out on the limb for their black people. And the thing that really pissed me off about it all, there's no disrespect to them. These pastors sitting up here, you know what they did? This is my own opinion, but I'm going to tell you what they did. They went to their white masters and said, is it okay? Is it okay, master, for me to speak out now? Master, can I speak out now? Am I going to lose my 503C? Is the government going to take my 503C if I speak out? Lord, why even take these positions if you can't speak out for your people? And they talking about, we're not here for, for basically clicks and views. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. It is time for black people to vote. And Trump is draining the swamp with these immigrants, and you don't have nobody left to vote for you but the black people. And you want to pretend like you're doing something. You're doing nothing. You have to get the okay in order to speak out. Okay? And I don't care to play any more of this video because my stomach has started hurting, and I don't want to hurt my stomach like that with this garbage that they're talking about. Pastors. Really? Okay. Anyway, tell me what you think.